you might want your bolster today for a supported back bend, or maybe a supported inversion a little later in the practice. So keep that close by. And come into a comfortable seat to begin. You can roll your shoulders up and back a couple times. Turn your attention inward. Feel your breath in your body. Lengthen your spine with your inhale. Exhale, relax a little more through your face, collarbone, hands, wherever you can. While still maintaining the length, good posture, taking tension out of it. Breath becomes smooth and even. Settle into your rhythm that you want for your practice today. If you'd like, you can think about what you want to get out of your practice today, or set an intention, or just say to yourself how you want to feel, or how you do feel, what you want to feel more of. When you're ready, come to hands and knees and start to move through cat and cow. Draw your shoulders back with your inhale. On your exhale, round. Maybe rock from front to back when you round. When you inhale, try to kind of scoop your shoulders around in their sockets a little bit. Taking awareness up and down your spine. And then fanning your awareness out from your spine, through your shoulders, ribs, and hips. Notice your breath and body working together. Move your shoulders around a little more. Bump your hips from side to side. And just notice how you're feeling this morning. Let how you're feeling be a part of that intention that you are setting for your practice here at the beginning. You can tuck your toes and kind of rock your hips back, stretch out the balls of your feet, stretch your arches, just lengthen back there. Rock from side to side. Walk your hands around, externally rotating them, or you can go internally. We'll do both. Just walk them around as far as what feels good for you. And then you can take a few passes at cat and cow. Maybe you rock a little bit from side to side, getting your wrists ready for downward dog in your yoga practice. And you can internally rotate your hands as well. Couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, come into downward dog. Walk out the backs of your legs. Take a little movement. If you put your hands just a little wider than your shoulders, I feel like it allows for a little more safe movement here, so you can kind of rock your hips from side. You can pivot on the balls of your feet, take your heels from side to side. See what else you can find here. And then start to walk your feet forward to your hands. I like to tiptoe, kind of pitch my weight forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. We're going to be here for a while, so widen your stance, bend your knees, find a long spine. You can sway and hang, you can rock your weight around. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, you can bring your forearms to the tops of your thighs and lengthen your spine in this way. Let's stay here for another 5 breaths. Make your inhale, your exhale longer than your inhale. Kind of linger around down in that end of your exhale, finding a little more space. One more exhale here. And with your inhale, reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Let's stand in mountain pose, and just to get into our shoulders a little more, we're going to add reverse prayer. So you're going to take your hands behind your back and press your fingertips together and gently work your hands into prayer position behind your shoulders. If that's a little too much, just take opposite forearms back there. And then start to fine-tune your posture. Distribute the weight evenly across the bottoms of your feet. Stand up tall. Stand in a dynamic way without locking your knees or becoming rigid. On your next exhale, release your arms. Inhale your arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take a few breaths in plank here, strong. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Press into your hands evenly, kind of lifting the arches of your hands, the palms of your hands. Look out to the top of your mat and lower yourself down. Keep drawing the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Prop yourself up onto your forearms. Look forward for Sphinx and kind of rock your hips from side to side a bit here. You can take a little movement, maybe moving your shoulders from side to side. I like to pull one shoulder forward, draw the other one back. This is a great place to check in with your neck as well, looking from left to right, up and down. Try pointing your tailbone down towards your heels and just see how that changes the back bend. Notice if that feels a little bit better on your back, maybe relaxing into a super deep back bend doesn't feel as good for you. So like tucking your tail might help with that, help take some of the intensity out of the back bend. On an exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up to high plank. On your next exhale, push back to downward dog. Nod your head yes and no here. One more exhale here. And on your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down to your sides for mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Bring your knees down here. Relax the tops of your feet, and then slowly lower your hips down, coming into up dog or seal pose, whatever you want to call it. See how that back bend feels. Just let your hips hang, kind of lengthening the front side of your body a little more by looking up. If it's a little too much, you can bend your elbows. Kind of taking a warm-up version of up dog before we start to move through our sun salutation. Bend your elbows, lower down about halfway, tuck your toes, push up to high plank, and back to down dog. Walk out the backs of your legs here. One more exhale. On your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down. And forward and through to a back bend of your choice. And push back to down dog. On your exhale, kind of lean back a little bit. You can push into your hands. With your inhale, walk forward, or step or jump, halfway lift. Fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. One more exhale. Walk, step, or jump, feet to hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to step or jump, back to plank. Take your vinyasa. We'll take one more sun salutation. So exhale here in down dog. Step or jump, feet to hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back, take your vinyasa. Step your right foot forward for low lunge. And just take a little movement here. Rock from front to back. Now extend your front leg and drop your left hip forward and down. You can kind of pull your hip back, left hip forward. Push down with the ball nut of your right big toe. Just take a stretch here. You can round over your front leg too. We're just going to be here for another breath. Bend your front knee, bring your back knee down. Come up. Hips are going forward. We're going to add a twist here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, start to slide your left arm to the outside of your right knee. You can reach back. You can stay up tall. If you'd rather get your elbow over there so you can find a little more length in your left side, you can do that. Inhale, lengthen your spine and twist. And if you want, you can tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, coming back up into a low lunge with your knee up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Step your feet together, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Left foot forward, low lunge. Take a little movement, rock from front to back. You can kind of let your exhale sink your hips down. Inhale, strengthen and engage your back leg. And then with an inhale, extend your front leg. Take a little movement here. Pull your right hip back and forward slowly with your breath. Push down with the ball of your left big toe. Knee down lunge. Bend your front knee. Put your back knee down. Slowly come up. Take a moment to kind of lengthen the front side of your body. Let your hips sink forward and then start to twist to your left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Maybe use the leverage of your right arm at the outside of your left knee. your back toes and extend your back leg. Coming up off the mat. One more exhale. Come back to center with control. Bring your hands down, step your feet together at the top of your mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. You're going to step onto your right foot, hover your left knee. Bring your hands under your left foot and push down, big back stretch here, really rooting down with your right foot, pushing down with your left foot. Using the tension you're creating by pushing down to help you stay steady. Pull your abs in and up, and then if you like, you can start to extend your left leg out in front of you. Bend your elbows and point your elbows down. Inhale your abs in and up, round your forehead down to your left leg. And then we're going to take warrior three from here. So let it go. Send your left foot back. Hinge and bring your gaze down towards the floor. We're going to come into high lunge from here. So bring your arms up, step your left foot back, bend your front knee. High lunge. Take a moment here to fine tune. You can add a little back bend if you'd like, bringing your gaze up, heart up. On your next inhale, extend your front leg, straightening your front leg. Pyramid pose. Go forward over your right leg. And take a little movement here. What happens if you pitch a little more weight forward onto your front foot? Revolved pyramid, plant your left hand, inhale length, exhale twist to the right. Can you look up? Find a little more length in your spine with your inhale. On your exhale, bring your hand down. Step your feet together at the mat, at the top of the mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down to your sides. Come in and up. Reach up. Forward fold. Hang here, forward fold. You can take a two-finger grip and kind of bring your chest down a little more if you'd like, or just hang. Sway. Be sure to bend your knees. On your next inhale, reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. Start to shift your weight onto your left foot. Hover your right knee. Stay here or bring your hands under your right foot for that glorious back stretch. Pull your abs in and up. Press your foot down into your hands. Pushing down with your right foot. Drawing energy down. Pull, let your shoulders kind of get pulled here. Relax through your back. Engage your abs. If you want to extend your leg, pull your abs in and up even more. And making the front of your body concave, rounding out your back. You can bring your forehead to your knee. Then release the tension slowly, move into warrior three. Hinge, right heel goes back. Gaze down. High lunge. Step your right foot back on the mat, arms up. And then fine tune your lunge here. If you can, stay on the ball of your back foot. Stack your left knee above your left ankle. Maybe you bring your shoulder blades together on your back, gaze up. Extend your front leg, pyramid pose. Lengthen on your inhale. Exhale, go over your left leg and take a little movement. Create a little movement, rock your weight from front to back. See what you can find, do your work here. Revolve pyramid. Plant your right hand, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist, bring your left arm up. One more inhale. On your exhale, bring your left hand down. Step your feet together, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down to your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Set up for Mulasana. So heel toe step your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees. Bring your hips down. You can rock from front to back a little bit. Bring the palms of your hands together and use your elbows to guide your knees open a little more. Can you distribute the weight evenly across your feet? Lengthen your spine. And then if you want, push down with your feet and lift up and out of it just slightly so you're not just completely sinking down, especially if this pose is easy for you. Push down a little bit, engage, lift your pelvic floor. Make your way back to high plank. You can plant your hands and jump back if you'd like. Lower yourself down. Shoulder roll. Take your left arm out. Use your right hand to roll yourself back. You can inhale your right arm up and back if you'd like. You can scoop your hips over to the left. Gently lift your head. Take a little movement with your neck, finding the best alignment for you with your head lifted. On your exhale, come on to the front side of your body. Take your right arm out. Guide yourself back. Go slowly. You can lift your left arm up. Keep a gentle lift of your head. Trying to find a long spine. You can even kind of tuck your chin in just a little bit. Maybe take a little movement with your head from side to side. One more inhale. Come back out of the front side of your body. Rest your forehead on the mat. Let's take a moment here. Prepare for a push-up. Push-up through a kneeling push-up to hands and knees. Kneeling dog. Keep your hips stacked above your knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Chest, chin, or forehead comes down to the mat. On your inhale, rise up. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Pigeon pose. Bring your right leg forward and through. Right knee to the inside of your right wrist. If this version of pigeon does not suit you in this moment, you can always come on your back and do a version of figure 4 pigeon where you cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Hug it in. Take a little movement here with tall arms. We're going to spend 2 minutes here total, so take your time. Rock from side to side. If you want to go deeper, you can tuck your back toes, lift your back leg, and kind of pull yourself down a little deeper, adjusting yourself. You can come down to your forearms. Keep moving and exploring here. Keep your breath smooth and steady. Notice if you could relax anywhere else, letting your body become a little heavier here. On your next inhale, rise up. Roll out to the outside of your right hip. We're going to take Dying Warrior now. So you're coming out to the outside of your right hip. Stretch your right leg across the mat. You want to make like an L shape with your legs. So you kind of want to walk your left leg back as long as you can. Put your hands in front of you and start to lengthen your spine on your inhale. Square yourself up with the front of your mat. You don't have to become totally square. That's just the direction you're going. Should be feeling a twist in your spine. Inhale, length. Exhale, lower down. You may want your little bolster for this. I like to put it long in front of me and lay down on it, at least in the beginning. Once you start to get a little heavier in this one, you might find the bolster keeps you up too high. So you just lean over, and you want to start to feel compression at your right hip. You can even lift your left leg to kind of rock around on the outside of your hip. And then you want to lay heavy over your right thigh. Long twist in your spine. We're going to stay here a couple minutes. Big deep breath. You can turn your head to the right to deepen the twist if it feels okay. Let your exhale make you a little heavier here. On your inhale, rise up. Make your way to hands and knees. Take a little movement. You can kind of make circles with your hips. Or just rock from side to side. Into downward dog. When you're ready, bring your left leg forward and through for pigeon. And just kind of rock from side to side a little bit. Take your time. Use your back toes, maybe even lift your back knee to kind of pull you back a little more, or you can push yourself forward. When you're ready, you can lower down. Settling in and trying to relax a little more with every exhale. Take your time. Get a little heavier here. And then we'll rise up, roll out to the outside of your left hip, set up for dying warrior. You can stretch your left leg out, right leg behind you. Start to square your shoulders with the front edge of your mat. Inhale, length. Exhale, start to lower yourself down. Getting really heavy on your left hip, and take your time. It's kind of like a massage. You're getting heavy on it. You're pushing blood and fluid out of your hip area. So feel free to kind of rock around on it a bit. And then you can turn your head to the left if you want to take the twist up through your neck. You can lower yourself down and rest on your bones for 2 minutes here. Gently help yourself up. Make your way back to hands and knees. Take a little movement, bump your hips from side to side or make a circle. Downward dog. You may want to lift your left leg for three-legged dog. Maybe take a few breaths on each side. Lifting your left leg for a while, then lift your right leg. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Have a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly. Bring your heels in as close as you can towards your groin. You can kind of flap your butterfly wings if you want, bouncing your knees. Take a two-finger grip around your big toes and start to rock back on your sacrum. I don't know, whatever's back there, tailbone. See if you can balance like that. This may be all the further you go, just supporting yourself, balancing like this with your feet together. If you want to go into bear, take your legs out into a V, and then keep that two-finger grip with your big toes. You want to put your elbows down towards the floor and maybe see if you can even bend them a little bit to get your biceps a little stronger. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back, long spine. Then you can slowly bring your feet together from there, and then let go of your feet for both. If you sink, get back up. Start to lower your legs really slowly. And then come all the way down to the mat for bridge. Step your heels up, lift your hips. Point your toes and knees towards the front edge of your mat. You can grab the hands under your back. Rock from side to side and get your arms under your back. Big space in the front of your chest. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips a little higher. One more inhale. On your exhale, lower down your shoulders and slowly go down, bringing your pelvis down last. Cross your right ankle or right leg over the top of your left leg. We're going into supine twist. You can set it up however you want, but I like to wrap my leg and then take them over to the left. Stretch your right arm out. Inhale, look up at the ceiling, lengthen your spine. Exhale, you can look down your right arm if you'd like. Big space through your chest. Lengthen your spine with your inhale. Exhale, relax into the twist. Come back to center. Center your hips, shoulders, and spine. Cross your left leg up over your right or go into supine twist the other way. Bring your legs over to the right. Stretch your left arm out. One more exhale here, getting heavy. And on your inhale, come back to center. Center yourself on the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. And just gently rock from side to side. And as you rock from side to side, put your feet right next to each other. Hug your knees towards each other. And then use your arms to kind of hug you're hugging your thighs into your body a little more. So you're rounding out your low back. You might even be able to wrap your arms around your knees a little more. Rocking from side to side. Rock from front to back a couple times. Rock up. We're going to take an inversion next. So you may want your bolster for a supported inversion. You can just tuck it under your pelvis. Or you can roll it for shoulder stand or head stand, whatever's in your practice. Whatever you're feeling like. Maybe you go over to the wall and put your legs up the wall. Let's spend a minute with our feet in the air. And if you want, you can add your arms too, or add your hands. Big deep breaths here. Great place to observe your thoughts and practice observing your thoughts without attaching to them too much, just letting them kind of go by and you're the witness. Begin to come back down to the mat. Set up for supported fish. You can prop yourself up on your forearms and just take regular fish, or you can turn your bolster the long way, lay back on it to expand through your chest and ribs. Your head may hang down off of it, or maybe your head is supported by your bolster. Arms can come up into like a goalpost shape or down by your side, whatever feels best. Try a few things. You may want to bring the soles of your feet together again. Big space here. 5 more deep, slow breaths. Begin to let your exhale become a little longer than your inhale. When you're ready, make your way to Shavasana. You can roll down off the side of your bolster. Maybe you put your bolster under your knees. Get comfortable here. Take any other movement you need to take. Take a few deep cleansing breaths and then allow yourself total stillness for a few minutes. Just begin to rock your head over one side. Once you take it all the way over that side, nod at yes. Feeling into your neck, deepen your breath. Bring your head back to center and go the other way. Slowly massaging your scalp. Come back to center and gently make your way onto your side for a few breaths. help yourself come up to a comfortable seat. Put your hands together a little bit. I'm going to go through the My Tree mantra, a prayer one more time, or one time. So bring your hands to your heart, and you can either say it with me or repeat after me, sending it to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I walk the world with ease. Thank you for joining me. Love to you. Have a great day.